we wanted someone to look at climate burden from previous building projects that Dalarna had. So we thought this could be a good thesis work, and we contacted Högskolan Dalarna and asked if there was any program that would be interested in having this as a thesis. Actually there were a program that Santiago were studying that were just coming up to having a thesis.
Also, it was nice to see how everyone in Sweden is going towards sustainability and how everyone wants to do better just because they want to. So that's very good that everyone is interested in the subject of sustainability. They ask questions, they want to go further. So that also motivates me a lot to do a good job.
Along the way, he has been showing us not only what we want him to work with, but also he's trying to figure out what we would be willing to learn from him and his kind of knowledge in Excel and programming, and is coming with a lot of suggestions in what he can improve and do better in the company.
We learned many things. So from the thesis, we learned that you can change materials in buildings to change the impact, that some materials make a better effect than others, and that usually the materials with the highest impact are the ones which you can make the most difference because it's easier to focus on those, and at the same time those are the ones that has the main difference between specific products. So it was very interesting to learn about that. I also learned a lot about building in Sweden. Buildings are very different compared to Colombia. Here are more complex. The climate shell, the walls and so on is much different. Here you have many layers, which means complex, a lot of materials and a lot of decisions to make. And in order to make good decisions, you need to check the environmental burden of each material. So it was very interesting for me to learn this. Regarding the Excel things that we did today, we got to present it to several companies and several municipalities today. So it's good for them to have it because it makes their work easier. And that was my intention. My intention is we did this and we developed this in Kopparstaden, but it might also help a lot of people.
We saw that we could actually do analysis of the previous built buildings and look at the emission factors for those and see how much they are in relation to the climate burden. And that was a perfect subject for a student as Santiago. So that was a door opener for you into Kopparstaden and for us to learn more about you and your skills as well. So that's a suggestion for every company.
Yeah, I think it will be great. We have around 10 students to 20 students every year about this sustainability subject in buildings, graduating every year with different skills, different backgrounds that might help the companies. And they go every year, and every year they have to do a thesis. So it's like 10 to 20 theses every year on sustainability that might help the companies and the municipalities here in the region. So I think that Masters of Energy Efficient Built Environment could connect quite well with the companies in the region.